This is ShamanWeaver Sheila Baker. I'm here with Liv Smachette. She came back one more time. And we're going to talk about February and some numerology. I'm going to talk to you about a couple of upcoming things that even before she told me what was going on, I planned. So she told me I'm all in sync. So thanks for coming. This is awesome.
Well, thanks for having me back. This
Yeah.
is fun. I enjoy doing this.
Yeah.
So
And they
welcome.
get smarter.
Yeah. Welcome to February. Boy, we've already gone through 1 month already. That went quick. So February is a 6 month. And as you know, 2020 is a 4 year. So 6 is about harmony, family, and marriages. So there could be some marriage proposals out there or a lot of weddings that you get invitations for this year.
Or maybe it's your own.
It could be.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And February 1st, we have the moon in Taurus. So that's about beautifying. It could be your home, yourself, your office maybe. It's about food, cooking with people, inviting some people over to cook with you or have a meal. It could be a potluck too. So that's kind of fun.
Well, on February 2nd, I'm hosting an Akashic Records and Theta Healing day. So, even before you told me about that, I was like, oh, I've already got this planned. So I love that. I love that the stars are supporting my work and yours too.
That's wonderful. And also on February 1st, Uranus is touching the moon. So there could be some unexpected, wonderful surprises in store for everybody. So I would think that people coming to your class are going to get a lot more out of it than they might think they are. So
that would be awesome. And then it's Groundhog's Day too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Groundhog's Day is an extremely shamanic movie because he goes through these experiences and then he has a moment. And so watch it. I'm not going to give it away, of course, but watch it for that. Where is this moment that there's a shift? So, and you might have to watch it over and over. Because that's what it's all about, right?
Yes, and February starts the month off with all the planets in direct motion, so I would assume that most of us are busy and have a lot of work or tasks to accomplish. And in the middle of the month, Mercury goes retrograde. And then...
so what exactly does that mean?
Well, that's a time to finish up on your communication and your projects. Not a time to start new things, even though if you wanted to start something new, you should consult an astrologer to get some help with that because there's some tricks that you can use to work with that. But it's usually not the best time to launch a new project, but it's a great time to do research and development.
So that would be a great time for them to come and see you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then on February 8th, we have the Leo full moon at 20 degrees of Leo. So that's all about heart energy. And it's about, the Sabian symbol talks about first experiences with spiritual teachings. So I believe that a lot of people are going to be seeking out spiritual things for them. What is spirituality to them? Taking some classes. I think we're going to have a busy year with students and classes.
So this is a tip that if you start getting an inkling that you want to learn about something, you're in right alignment. And so on the 9th of February, the second Sunday of every month, I do an online shamanic drum circle with a journey. So if you haven't ever experienced that, that's a beautiful thing for you to do, and I'll leave the links below, along with Liz's information.
And then also with that Leo moon, we have the Sabian symbol for where the sun is that day, the capacity to meet experiences in our relationships with strength of character and personal integrity. So it's like we have support. That's wonderful.
And, right now it seems to me that we're all looking at external integrity, but really it all starts here. And so when you're in alignment with yourself, you move in the world more easily. And one of the things that I find really valuable is to sit down and look at my non-negotiables. And you can look at them for your life, you can look at them for your relationships, you can look at them for everything. So this is a perfect time for you to do that. So what else is up?
Well, on February 16th, Mercury goes retrograde in Pisces at 12 degrees and 53 minutes and will be retrograde until March 9th. And the shadow phase that often people talk about is from February 2nd. So you might start to feel some Mercury retrograde happenings until March 30th. And it can be like a little bit of miscommunication. It could be that you and I say we're going to get together on Tuesday and you think it's at 1 o'clock and I think it's at 10:30 in the morning or something. We just get the time wrong, or we could get the day wrong. So there's little miscommunication. So check your communications during that time. And also in Mercury retrogrades, an incredible amount of information comes through. So try to keep track of it, take time to process through all that, because it may come in very handy in the near future.
So a few years ago, I had a practice of saying before I went to sleep, I remember my important dreams. And I would say them 10 times. And I keep my little notepad right there. Information is coming through. So it's useful for us to pay attention to it. And sometimes it seems a little random, but if you just jot it down, you might notice that a couple of days later, you're like, oh, that's why I was paying attention to that. So sounds like we're actually going to kind of have some more awakenings.
I believe so. I think 2020 is a big awakening year. 2020 is clear vision.
Oh, right.
So the Sabian symbol for the degree that Mercury goes retrograde on is it's time to lay down your sword and accept love and peace back into your life. So maybe some of those projects you've been fighting to even finish them, and it's like, do you even need to finish them? Maybe you should let them go. But perhaps you need to keep going, but maybe with a different state of mind.
Part of that letting go is if you have something that you've started and it's been a struggle. Well, first of all, understand that struggle is effort infused with negative energy. So that. But if you've been struggling, if you've been infusing it with negative energy, write it out. And that can be a piece of completion. It gets it out of your body. Burn it and then bury it. Because then that's complete. You haven't just, well, I'm not going to think about it anymore. Because, those little things that you don't think about anymore, they're kind of running around back there. And so that's a beautiful way to write it, burn it, bury it, be done.
Well, and I think writing's really important, especially with Mercury.
There you go.
Can even write down what you want to accomplish or what you want to finish, and then prioritize them so that you can see it, and then you can start checking them off. And it's like, wow, I know for myself when I've done that, it's like I accomplished a lot more, even though I added 10 more things to the list, but it's like I accomplished more than I thought I did. So that's always a good feeling. So journaling and writing things down, I feel is very important.
I got a tip the other day, and it's to have 4 things on your plate at any given time. You can have a big long list, but prioritize 4 of them. And when one gets done, move something from bottom of the list up. And it doesn't have to be, you get to prioritize them when they're moving up. But in the beginning, look at all the things, prioritize them, get 4. Take care of 1, bring back another. It's a never-ending 4. There's always going to be 4 things to do.
That's great. And you could even reorganize and prioritize those 4, because maybe you want to drop one back down and do it tomorrow or a few days from now or next month.
Next year.
Mm-hmm. So I like that idea.
Yeah, thanks.
And then next February 23rd, we have the Pisces new moon at 4 degrees of Pisces. And so it's, time to set your manifestation into what you want to bring in, your wishes, your hopes. You can do a little ceremony. You can drum around that time, light a candle. But write down what you would like to bring in. And Pisces is all about love and compassion and open-heartedness. The Sabian symbol for that is pooling our talents and resources to help create uplifting experiences for others. A coming together, cooperation, giving, and sharing. So like Sheila and I working on doing this vlog together. It's been really good. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you for coming. And the thing is that the way that I got into shamanism was by studying astrology. I was like, oh, I'm going to put this in my toolbox. And then the woman that I studied with took us with a constant rhythmic drum beat, which drops you into a theta brain state where you can access non-ordinary reality, also known as the quantum field of infinite possibility. And not that astrology isn't wonderful and fascinating, but think about this, the infinite possibilities. So I moved from studying that and went on to be doing shamanic work. So that astrology was my entryway. So I love it. What else have we got?
Well, that kind of does the highlights for the month, but I'm running a special for the month of February. So if you book a consult with me, it's 22% off the regular price.
I love that.
Well, it felt right. So, and I'm continually have classes that you can find out on my website, alightpath.com, or contact me on Facebook or send me an email, however you would like to contact me. So.
Or get a hold of me and I'll get a hold of her.
And vice versa.
So if we can be of service to you in any way through astrology or the shamanic work, if you want to join the drum circle, and then you have something that's monthly on a Friday, the first Friday afternoon of the month?
I have the first Friday afternoon of the month an astrology update, and the last Wednesday of the month in the evening I just am starting the end of January. And then I have the second Tuesday of the month, Tuesday Tarot and Tea, and I have an afternoon class and an evening class.
Awesome.
So, and I'm starting intuitive development, and I believe that's the third Monday of the month, starting in February.
Cool. All right. So we'll put the information down there. Get in touch with us if we can help you any way. Love and bliss. Enjoy February and do some mingling. Expand your awareness and bring your spiritual gifts into the world. Bliss, everyone. Bye-bye.